Good morning. This is Eileen Gilbo with The Real Las Vegas, and we are being introduced to Dana Berggren of the Coop co-working space here in Summerlin. And we are coming to you live from the Coop. So we'll have a little video after this. We'll walk around and see what you can expect if you sign up to use this co-working space. So hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fabulous now that you're here. What a delightful surprise to my morning.
Yeah, so Dana thought we were doing like an old, paper interview, and then I brought out the camera and the lights, and she's like, "What are we doing?
What is that?"
So it was a little bit of a shock. So hopefully I will remember to make it clear from now on that there will be cameras involved. Yeah, so I just am asking a couple questions for people to get to know us awesome women business owners in Las Vegas better. So how long have you been in Las Vegas?
I moved to Las Vegas from Chicago 17 years ago. So end of this month will be 17 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what brought you here? Because I know different things bring different people.
Sure.
And I always like to get the story behind what brought you.
For me, I was born and raised in the suburbs of Chicago. I was engaged to someone I had grown up with. We've known each other since we're 13 years old.
Oh, wow.
So I grew up in the suburbs of Chicago. I went to school at the University of Illinois. I was about to marry somebody who I've known pretty much my whole life, and I just thought, you know what, I need a change. I just want to get out of town. We thought it was just going to be for a few years. We weren't even 27 years old yet. And I thought, you know what, we'll give somewhere a chance and move back before we're 30 and, just to see somewhere else.
Yeah.
And we were debating between Las Vegas and Phoenix. My parents and my oldest brother were moving to Phoenix. And we wanted a little bit of separation maybe between the families since we've all, grown up together. And, so a friend of mine had suggested we look at Las Vegas. And I remember we were staying on the Strip and we drove up to Summerlin to take a look at homes. And the view of the mountains, I will never forget. And still, after 17 years, is not lost on me. That drive up Summerlin Parkway west towards the mountains just took my breath away. Chicago, you have Lake Michigan and you have, the beautiful city. But there's just something about not being exposed to that kind of scenery with the mountains. We looked at each other and we're like, this is it.
You knew this was going to be it.
This is it. And we loved Summerlin. We've been here. We rented for the first year and then bought a home. Wanted to make sure we liked, where we wanted to be. And then bought a home, and again, our plan to be here for just a few years turned into 17 years, and never look back.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure not shoveling snow in the winter is a big appeal.
I will take the extreme heat over snow and cold anytime.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy how many people are here that are like, oh no, we threw the snowshoes away, we will never shovel again, unless it's like rock for landscaping.
Right.
But they're just so happy that they are not living in that type of climate anymore. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have a question about your business. So you own a co-working space.
Yes.
Before I met you, I did not know what co-working spaces were. Mm-hmm. So can you explain a little bit about what a co-working space is?
Sure. So a co-working space, when I explain it to people who don't know, because I will get some interested people who are looking specifically for co-working, and then other people who have never heard of the term. So a co-working space, I explain it as like executive suites with more of a focus on community and collaboration. the spirit of a co-working space is fostering a sense of community and camaraderie among the members of this space. So you almost liken it to a gym membership, or it's like a membership, type of business. So we offer different membership levels. We have private offices for people who like their privacy, but we also have open desk memberships where you go in and work at a workstation. So if either you want to be out in the open space among other people, or your budget might not allow for a private office, you have that flexibility. So it really offers flexibility in how you use this space. Additionally, to create that the sense of community among the members, we do a breakfast at the beginning of the month called Feed at the Coop. That's the Coop co-working space.
Very cute.
We like to do our play on words.
Yes.
So we do Feed at the Coop at the beginning of the month, where I bring breakfast in, usually from a locally owned business, because we're really big on supporting locals.
We love locals.
Yes. So I'll bring in breakfast from a local eatery, and whoever wants to come can just sit and have breakfast and talk about each other and who we are, what we do, maybe get to know each other on a more personal level.
Yeah.
And then later in the month, I'll have a workshop that's open to members. It's either free or discounted for members, and then open to the rest of the community to introduce people to the Coop co-working space.
Right.
It brings value to the members of the co-working space,
Right.
and it gives our local business people and speakers in our community the opportunity to, come in and talk to other people and have a platform to discuss what they do.
Right. I know. I've been to a couple of those workshops and I love them.
Yeah.
You always meet very interesting individuals who you may not have, really known what they were about.
Right.
But because I know you, I follow you, I know when these workshops are. So it's they've always been very valuable, I think.
I'm grateful to have that kind of opportunity to give people that platform to either attend the events or to facilitate the events. It's in a traditional executive suites, it's more of because I know, so I started the Coop because I'm a commercial real estate broker.
Right.
I only do commercial properties, and when I went on my own 5 years ago, I needed a place to work.
Yeah.
And I looked at some of the opportunities out there that would be available to me as a solopreneur working alone. And you go into some places where it's private offices, it's very closed door, there's
Right.
not a lot of interaction. And that was the one thing that I missed, or one of the few things that I missed from working in the corporate commercial real estate world, was the conversations, the water cooler talk,
Right.
the camaraderie among the other brokers,
Right.
and talking about things. And there is a loneliness epidemic when you are working alone.
Yeah,
that
for
it
sure.
can be very lonely if you don't have a place to go. The coffee shop is nice, but again, that's maybe more for social and not so much business.
Right, because you can't really make a phone call and have a business conversation,
Right.
On the telephone in a coffee shop.
Exactly. Or a business meeting,
Right.
or walk up to somebody who's sitting there alone and, hey, what do you do?
Right.
It's just, you kind of have that sphere of, privacy around
Right.
you, even in a public place. But here in the co-working space, it's almost like those conversations are welcome.
Right.
What do you do? What do you do? Oh, well, I know this person. I can help you
Right.
do this. And it's really just making those introductions, and then you find out that a lot of the resources that you might need to help you are right here within the space.
Right, it seems more collaborative than a traditional just, what are they, the Regis offices where you just, you can use the office, but I mean, the doors are all closed, nobody's talking to each other.
Right.
There's really no communication going on whatsoever.
Yeah. So you have your your traditional executive suite setup, and now you have more of the open co-working, collaborative space. Where that might not work for people too, because a lot of people feel that they have, they need privacy for whatever it is they do. So what I believe we've done here at the Coop is giving people kind of that balance and that ability to use the space, and you can do it on a continual membership or as just a one-off purchase and not be a member of the co-working space. Just I try to accommodate everybody and whatever their needs are.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of people who have businesses that they're in your home. But what I've kind of found over this last year, because I really made myself go out into the community and, talk to people and meet people, is that it's a whole different feel when you are collaborating, together in a group, no matter what your business really is, because I've found that when I have met people, that there are still similarities. There's things that we can talk about, even if it's not, real estate or it's not, commercial real estate. There's still those similarities that you have. So I mean, this environment would be really awesome if you are, at home, you're doing your business, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck, I can't get anything done between feeding the dog and getting the laundry out and doing all of these things that we do at home. This is a really great alternative for you to be able to use. So what local restaurant right now, I'm sure you have plenty, but what is your favorite at the moment?
Local restaurants, I am a big fan of Hearthstone at Red Rock Hotel. It's right near where I live. It has a great ambiance, great vibe. So that's where I've been hanging a lot recently. And then some friends of mine just opened up a new place at downtown Summerlin called Frankie's Uptown.
Oh, I haven't heard of it.
Their front door faces the new Las Vegas ballpark.
Okay.
And it's right across from the City National Arena, the hockey, the practice arena. So.
And what kind of food is it?
It's more towards Italian food.
Okay.
But great happy hour. A fantastic place to go after the ball games. Get out. Their food. They have these. This dish called a stroll, which is like a stromboli, and really, really good.
I will have to try.
Yes.
Now I have not been to either one of those restaurants, so I didn't realize Hearthstone was local. But I do know that they have actual kids events like on the weekends where the kids can come in. I think they have like a pancake bar.
Yeah,
they have all kinds of stuff that the kids can do.
Very cool stuff, and just a great place. There's live music. Both of those places have live music, so I'm really inspired by the local scene here in town. And of course I love my local coffee. So
well, that was my next question. So where do you get your local coffee from?
Well, I right now I've been getting my coffee from Desert Wind Coffee Roasters on Sahara and Buffalo. I buy 10 pounds at a time because the co-working space runs on coffee.
Right.
But we've gotten our coffee, Frankly Good Coffee has also provided our coffee. Another gentleman, Chicana Coffee, we've used their coffee before too. So yeah, very big on supporting locals in our community, local coffee. Yeah. It's just, it's nice to be able to say that. We have a regular coffee pot. There's no Keurig. It's a pot. And
does anyone know how to use it?
Yes, everyone does. In fact, so we used to have our coffee ground for us, and somebody had dropped off some samples in whole bean. I'm like, what do I do? I've got whole beans here.
Right.
So one of the co-working members, this is an example of collaboration, one of our co-working members ran home, got his coffee grinder,
Right.
and now we grind our own beans.
Wow.
Here in the co-working space. So now if you're here in the open area
Right,
of the
right,
co-working space
right.
and you miss the sound of the coffee shop, every couple hours
Well,
you're
or
gonna hear
the smell of
Yes.
the freshly ground beans.
And there is something to be said
Yeah,
about some
absolutely.
freshly ground coffee.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, you just got a whole bunch of new customers
Exactly.
with that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
pleasure.
And we are going to link all of Dana's information below, how you can get a hold of her if you would like to use the co-working space. And we'll have some pictures too, so you can kind of see what the actual space looks like. And we will see you the next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Oh, I love doing these.
They're fun.